Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back here with another video, and all the best videos start like this, of course, right? Yeah. Well, last winter I wrote a article for Outdoor News newspaper for Pennsylvania, and that article was called "Cold Comfort." And I'm going to be posting the raw rough draft before it was edited by the publisher to my blog on Facebook. It'll be on Instagram, LinkedIn, all those fancy things. But right here on YouTube, I want to break down some of the stuff that I talked about. And primarily, the biggest thing I talked about was being comfortable in the cold. Wintertime fishing is not the easiest thing to do, especially with the elements. Very fortunate here in December in Western New York that we still have some fairly decent temperatures. I can see green grass out there as I look out my window. But as I make my journey back out west, and as we get deeper into winter, things are not always going to be so warm. So you want to dress appropriately in order to enjoy your time outside fishing this winter. You can even use these tips for hunting. Just dressing appropriately, layering, and that's some of the stuff we're going to go through in this video. Wintertime is actually one of my favorite times to fish because of there's less people out in the water in the spring, summer. Busy time of year for fishermen. So that's when you're going to see most of them out of the water. The winters, it's often very quiet, and you can get some really good fishing in. Some of my biggest brown trout ever have actually been caught in the month of February. It's just a good time to be out, and I really enjoy it. But I do want to be comfortable when I'm out there. I want to be safe, want to stay warm. So we are going to break through, and I'm going to go through all the clothes that I wear. And this doesn't necessarily have to be what you wear. We'll do a little dress up routine layer by layer. Layering is the key. That's all I can say. Layering the keys. You'll see that as we go. If you do enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. Kind of let me know what your setup is for winter. If you enjoy winter fishing, maybe you hate winter fishing, let me know that. Like in the video, comment below, subscribe, all that jazz. But we're going to start playing dress up and go through what I wear to be comfortable in the cold. So at the most basic level, I like to keep the layers closest to my body, kind of be synthetic. This is like dry fit kind of material, leggings that I used to wear when I was running. I look at the temperature. If it's super cold, this thin layer might not be enough. I might wear a second pair of leggings over top of this for a little bit extra warmth. I've got long socks on my feet. I don't overdo it with the feet. I don't wear wool socks. I don't wear liners in my socks because my feet actually heat up really quickly, and then my feet actually sweat, and then they get cold that way. So for me, my footing when I put on my feet is not super anything special. I just wear socks. I actually wear 2 pairs of socks. I wear these long socks, and then I just take some short socks, some short ankle socks, and put them over top that. Just add an extra layer, a little extra warmth, and that usually does it for me. After that, I typically put on, if I have my 1 pair of leggings or 2 pair of leggings, depending on the temperature, depending on that day, and then I just throw on a pair of sweatpants for a little extra warmth, a little extra layering. On the top, I'll usually throw on this Mountain Hardwear sweater that I have. It's kind of a warmer, more thermal-like jacket, really tight fitting. Keeps in the warmth pretty well. Plus it has, if I need it, has little hand things I can wear. If I'm not wearing gloves, I typically do wear wool gloves with the fingers cut off. I haven't much this year because I don't know where I put them, but in the future I will wear those more. And then over top of that, I just layer it on, kind of go with a more traditional long sleeve shirt for some warmth. Got my Hardway Outdoors shirt on for good look. Go with that, and then on my bottom I wear my last layer. So if it's really cold, I go with 2 leggings and I put the sweatpants on, and then my last outer layer before my waders, of course, not wet wading in the winter. So I throw on these Mountain Hardwear pants. Now these are not jeans, and I wouldn't recommend wearing jeans. One, because jeans are horrible when they get wet. Plus the seams on jeans in the crotch area are really rough, and they actually can wear holes in your waders. They decrease the life of your waders. These don't have that hard seam. It's kind of soft, and it's a different material. It doesn't wick the moisture quite like the denim does. So one, doesn't hold the water. Two, a lot less abrasive on your waders. So I go here, I'm nice and toasty. I usually go a little bit more. I'll typically throw on a sweatshirt, typically a hooded sweatshirt. So, or a North Face. I have a warmer North Face I typically wear. Sometimes I wear both. Sometimes I'll throw on this sweater here, and then that North Face over top of that. And then that's all my layers for warmth. And then my outermost layer, I'm going to put my waders on, and then I'm actually going to put this raincoat on. Now, I don't actually wear a bulky like winter coat or anything like that. I know Sims and other companies make products like that. If you do use those products and they do work good, please let me know. I'd be interested in taking any recommendations for that kind of stuff. Maybe trying some of that out. But my outermost layer, the only purpose of my outermost layer is to keep the water out. So waders, having waders that don't leak are important. I wear the Sims G3s. I personally like them. They're a great pair of waders. I wear those G3s, put them on, and then over top of it, I have this Gore-Tex jacket. This is from Cabela's. It actually bunches up real tight. It's waterproof. It's just a rain jacket. It's not anything thermal, just Gore-Tex. The only purpose it has is to keep the water out, to keep all these clothes for warmth that I have underneath dry. And so I typically do that. And then I sometimes wear a winter hat. A lot of times I just put my hood up over a baseball hat or my fishing hat, and keep my ears warm that way, or I wear a winter hat. Sunglasses, and it's mask season with COVID and everything. This is a great time to wear a buff to keep your face warm, kind of minimize skin coming in contact with the air, especially the moist air here in Western New York with the humidity. You can get your face all damp, chill it that way, prevents windburn, stuff like that. And then keeping your hands warm with some gloves. I like the fingerless gloves, that way I can keep contact with my line. Doing a lot of Euro nipping, I rely on my fingers for that sense of feel, for stuff like that. And so I like to still have those fingers available. Plus, if you keep the blood from your hands flows through your wrists, so if you can keep that warm, this area warm by maybe putting some hot hands there, we're just keeping some gloves there, keeping it warm, you have a better chance of not losing your fingers, or at least feeling like you're going to lose your fingers. But like I said, it's important to be safe. You don't want to push yourself past what you're capable of doing. So just know your limits, test out this stuff. This is what works for me. This might not be what works for you. Maybe you need something a little bit more, maybe a heavier coat. Maybe you need less. I get cold, maybe a little easier than some other people. I might stay warmer a little bit more than some other people. So figure out what works for you. But don't push yourself too far in the winter. You always want to be safe. If you go out there and you're cold, just say, hey, I didn't dress appropriately today. Make the adjustments for next time. Get out of there. Make the adjustment, make the notes, come back, enjoy safe time on the water, and catch some fish this winter with not too many people on the water. And do it in cold comfort.